The controversial NFT space has been growing wildly over the last few years. Now the biggest companies in the world and the highest courts are starting to lay down the laws on NFTs. What is Apple's unexpected stance on NFTs, and can they really be considered property under the law? Stay tuned until the end of the video as we answer these questions and more. But why is Apple's announcement such a big deal? Apple's new stance comes at a vulnerable time in the NFT market. Non-fungible tokens, NFTs, have fallen out of favor with some consumers over the past year, most due to scams and their exploitation in video games. But there are still millions of NFT holders, and at the height of the last crypto bull market, it looked like the sky was the limit with the technology's innovation. Companies were leaning heavily into NFT adoption. Facebook even rebranded itself as Meta to embrace the Metaverse, which relies on the use of NFTs. Since then, there has been increased skepticism surrounding NFTs and a drastic drop in trade volume. So what is Apple's new NFT announcement? When Apple recently announced its new App Store review guidelines, it came as a surprise to many in the crypto community that the tech giant was taking such a conservative stance on NFTs. According to the updated guidelines, NFTs are allowed to exist within apps on the App Store, but they can't unlock additional features or content. This means that if an app wants to offer exclusive content or functionality that can only be accessed by owning an NFT, the app would have to use Apple's in-app purchase system, and Apple will take a 30% cut of all proceeds. That's a hefty fee that the end user is likely to absorb, slowing down sales and innovation. But how exactly does Apple's announcement affect the NFT market? Well, the policy is a major blow to the development of NFTs, as one of the key use cases for these tokens is that they can be used to unlock token-gated content. But under Apple's new policy, developers won't be able to create buttons, external links, and other calls to action that might tell users how to circumvent the App Store and buy NFTs through other platforms. Instead, users will have to make in-app purchases if they want to buy an NFT. It's easy to understand Apple's motivation, as they want a bigger piece of the NFT market. However, they might end up losing more business in the long term by restricting their users. The community embraces the idea of NFT interoperability, which includes the ability to transfer your NFTs between wallets and marketplaces seamlessly. Apple's new approach doesn't uphold this value, and it might backfire. But wait, there's more to the policy. Apple has also revised some of its language surrounding cryptocurrency exchange apps listed on its App Store. The update states that apps may now facilitate transactions or transmissions of cryptocurrency on an approved exchange, provided they are offered only in countries or regions where the app has appropriate licensing and permissions to provide a cryptocurrency exchange. This change is likely in response to the recent surge in the popularity of crypto exchanges and the resulting increase in app submissions related to this industry. Developers in the growing NFT space will have to adhere to Apple's new policies or risk having their app removed entirely. To conclude, Apple's new policy on NFTs can be seen as a major setback for the development of this emerging technology. But it's not all doom and gloom. Apple's revised policy on cryptocurrency exchange apps shows that the company is willing to make changes in response to the rapidly changing landscape of the app industry. So there's still hope that Apple will eventually loosen its restrictions on NFTs, or that developers will find ways to work around these new guidelines. Apple currently sits at a $2.2 trillion market cap, which is twice the size of the crypto market as a whole. However, the crypto and NFT space is only expected to grow over the next decade, and it will be interesting to see how Apple changes its tune moving forward. Only time will tell. So what do you think about Apple's new App Store review guidelines? Let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned for another NFT story. Now, let's discuss whether or not NFTs can be considered property. NFTs are assets that are backed by the blockchain, and there's still a lot of confusion surrounding their designation. That might all be changing. A high court in Singapore has ruled that non-fungible tokens, NFT, should be classified as property. This means that NFTs meet certain legal requirements to be considered property, like being distinguishable from other assets of its kind and having an owner who can be recognized by third parties. Justice Lee Soo-Kin issued this ruling as an explanation for the injunction he granted in May, which would prevent any possible sale of a Bored Ape NFT. But what case brought this to the court in the first place? The NFT in question is the Bored Ape number 2162 from the Bored Ape Yacht Club. The Bored Ape Yacht Club is, as the name suggests, a collection of bored apes in the form of digital collectibles minted on the Ethereum blockchain. Each ape has a unique combination of features generated by an algorithm on the blockchain. Ape 2162 is a beanie-wearing red-furred ape with a dopey smirk, and this little ape is causing a lot of trouble in Singapore. The person claiming ownership of the Bored Ape NFT put it up as security to borrow crypto from another party known as Chef Pierre. The claimant had done this several times before with other lenders. The claimant didn't have the funds to pay Chef Pierre at a specified time, but the two had agreed on an extension. But while discussing refinancing their loan, Chef Pierre threatened to foreclose on the NFT unless the full loan was repaid immediately, something the claimant couldn't do. So how does the story end? Well, Singaporean law firm Withers Qatar Wong disclosed that Chef Pierre broke the terms of the extension agreement and foreclosed on the loan. Chef Pierre made good on his threat and the ape was released from escrow to his wallet. However, the claimant didn't want to relinquish rights to his NFT, and that's when the law had to step in. After some deliberation, Justice Lee approved the buyer's request to serve court papers to Chef Pierre through Twitter and Discord. On the OpenSea NFT market, the ape currently has a note that the item can't be bought or sold due to suspicious activity. The listing also confirms that the item currently resides in Chef Pierre's wallet. It's still unclear how the courts will force Pierre to return the ape to the claimant. Do you think Pierre will be forced to give the item back? Let us know down in the comments. While the case centered around two individuals, the implications are massive for the NFT market as a whole. What does this mean for NFT holders? To this day, the NFT space is like the Wild West. While there's plenty of fun to be had, there's also a lot of risk and uncertainty for investors. The judge's ruling may prove a landmark moment for NFTs, helping solidify their status as property for holders around the world. The move also helps increase Singapore's status as a hub for business and innovation. There's still a lot of mystery that surrounds the future of NFTs, and risk-averse companies will gravitate towards locations that provide the most clarity. Another takeaway from the case is the ability to serve papers to pseudonyms over social media, which might rattle those who are used to a fully anonymous internet. In related news, a notorious hacker steals a Bored Ape NFT, but that's not all. If that wasn't enough drama for our furry friends, a Bored Ape NFT was stolen by the infamous scammer known as Monkey Drainer. The former holder also lost a CloneX NFT, $36,000 in stablecoin, and a dozen other NFTs for a total of $150,000 stolen. Another victim got hit worse, losing $220,000 worth of crypto. In a 24-hour period, the Monkey Drainer drained almost 700 ETH into his wallet, which is worth about $1 million US. In total, the nefarious fisher has suckered their victims out of $3.5 million and counting. Crypto scams hit record levels this past summer, with DeFi and NFT communities taking most of the damage. While some major blockchains and their communities are actively working to combat scams, the markets are still littered with predators looking to swipe your assets. Remember to watch out for phishing scams. Don't click any suspicious links, and always verify that you're interacting with a reputable source. Hold on to your apes, because the cryptoverse is a wild place. Well, that wraps up our update. Thanks for watching the video. The NFT space is only heating up, and it's filled with new innovations, juicy stories, and heated debates. So don't forget to like and subscribe for more crypto and NFT content.